Good evening and welcome. I'm Vincent McCory. This is Africa 54. The United States is expected to extend the African Growth and Opportunity Act, known as AGOA, for another 10 years. The House of Representatives and the Senate have both passed versions of the bill. However, President Barack Obama can only sign it after the two houses work out differences between the two versions. VOA's Mariama Diallo tells us more.
The trade provision that allows thousands of products from African countries to enter the U.S. tax-free was approved by the House of Representatives in a 397-32 vote.
The motion is adopted without objection.
Fred Oladende is the chairman of the U.S.-based AGOA civil society organization network.
I think it allows all of the stakeholders to see AGOA as a vehicle for long-term economic development.
Oladende says to use AGOA as a tool for development, African countries have to look beyond the energy, apparel, and textile sectors. A regional approach for other primary products like mangoes, for example, is a must.
So a lot of mangoes out of Mali, but couldn't come in because of the stringent sanitary and phytosanitary requirements. We want to meet those requirements, but even when we have met those requirements, we also want to see how we could take those mangoes, add value to it, where we can can them, where we can pasteurize them.
The African Diplomatic Corps in Washington strongly supports renewal, but Senegalese ambassador to the U.S., Babacar Diagne, says more changes are needed to get the full benefit of AGOA.
I must say I'm still a little bit frustrated. You know what? About 39 eligible countries, just 7 or 8 are taking profit from AGOA. So we have to fight for the renewal, of course, but we also have to put a special focus on training business people in our countries to, let's say, make them meet the criteria required to profit from AGOA.
Ivory Coast has been in and out of AGOA, exporting cocoa, coffee, cashews, and textile apparel to the U.S. Its ambassador, Dauda Jabate, says he hopes the renewal will expand exports to the U.S.
To be frank, we want our trade capacity to be increased because, everybody is saying, oh, AGOA, but most of the time, some country cannot make a huge exploitation of this opportunity that has been given to them.
Florizel Leiser, the U.S. Assistant Trade Representative for Africa, recently said AGOA has had successes but can do more.
There's been a tripling of non-oil exports to the United States. It's created a lot of jobs. We've seen investment go into Africa. But at the same time, if you look at how much came into the United States in non-oil exports last year, it's like $4.9 billion. That's it, from all of sub-Saharan Africa.
She said the hope is that in the next decade, AGOA will be used to its full potential so that it can help Africa maximize development. In Washington, Mariama Diallo, VOA News.